Give me a minute, and I want you to think about something honestly. Everyone keeps talking about a loneliness crisis. They say more people feel disconnected than ever before. But what if that's not your story? Because you didn't just end up alone. You made a decision. You saw the messages, the calls, the same patterns, and one day you chose not this time. And strangely, it didn't hurt. It felt calm. It felt quiet. It felt like peace. So what changed? Because you weren't always like this. There was a version of you who showed up for everyone. The one who answered late night calls. The one who listened, fixed, helped, carried. You were the dependable one. The one people leaned on when everything fell apart. And you kept showing up, even when it drained you. Until one day, you didn't. You let the phone ring. You stepped back. And nothing collapsed. In fact, everything got quieter. That moment wasn't you becoming cold. It was your mind protecting you. See, your brain is wired for survival. When something drains you over and over again, it doesn't ask for permission, it adapts. It pulls you back. It creates distance. It conserves your energy. Not because you're broken, but because you've reached your limit. And if you look deeper, this didn't start yesterday. For many people, it started years ago. Maybe you grew up always reading the room, feeling tension before anyone spoke, learning that peace could disappear in a second. So you adjusted. You became aware. You became careful. You learned that closeness sometimes came with a cost. And now, as an adult, that same awareness shows up again. When something feels off, you notice it early. When someone drains you, you recognize it fast. That's not weakness, that's pattern recognition. You've seen enough to know what leads to chaos. But here's where it gets important. There's a difference between protecting your peace and shutting the world out completely. Because not all distance is healthy. Cutting off the wrong people can bring relief, but blocking out everyone can slowly turn into isolation. So how do you tell the difference? It's simple. Walls block everyone. They come from fear. Boundaries are selective. They come from self-respect. If stepping away from someone made you feel lighter, that's information. If your life became calmer, that's not loneliness. That's protection. And deep down, you already know who brings peace and who brings pressure. You've been observing them for a long time. You notice who only shows up when they need something, who gives and who only takes, who feels genuine and who feels exhausting. That awareness didn't come from nowhere. It came from experience, from paying attention, from learning the hard way. And because of that, you've become more selective, not closed off, just careful. There's a big difference between loneliness and solitude. Loneliness is when you want connection but don't have it. Solitude is when you choose space and it feels good. When your environment is quiet and your mind finally feels clear, that's not something to fix, that's something to protect. Some people won't understand this. They'll think you're avoiding others. But the truth is, you're not running away. You're moving towards something better, toward clarity, toward stability, toward a life that feels peaceful, not chaotic. And there's nothing wrong with that. You're not cold. You're not distant. You're not incapable of connection. You just learned that your energy matters. And instead of letting the wrong people drain it, you chose to protect it. That's not weakness. That's strength in its quietest form. And here's the truth most people miss. You don't need a huge circle to feel fulfilled. You need the right people. Even a few genuine connections can give you more peace than a crowd ever could. So if your circle is small but real, you're not falling behind. You're building something better. And if this feels like something you needed to hear today, take it as confirmation. You're not alone in this. Protect your peace.